Well, one of the things I noticed about you, when I was listening to your music and, when we talk and so forth, is you actually use the N word.
I use it here. I try not to use it, but I
Okay.
do use it.
Okay. And why is that?
That word was always used around me, right? And when I used the word, it was never like in a way that was derogatory or meant any malice or any disrespect to any group of people. And it was accepted. Like I did prison time all over the place, right? Maximum state prisons all over been around killers, been around and I always use the word, right? Some people sometimes, like an older person would tell me like, yo, they don't feel comfortable with me using that word. And
And how would you react when they tell you that?
I would say, you're right. You know what I mean? And then I would respect it. But when I'm around my people or whatever, like around, people that didn't feel no type of way about it, it was all right. But now, once I started making music, I realized that, you know, somebody people are gonna listen to my music, people are gonna see my material that are not my friends or that they're not in front of me to say, hey, China Mac, I feel disrespected by you saying that. You understand what I'm saying? And then I also looked at it in the light like if people were saying chinks, chink, chink this, I would feel disrespected. You understand what I'm saying? So regardless of if you have a bunch of Chinese friends and a bunch of Asian friends, regardless of that, I still feel disrespected because it's me. I'm not okay with you saying that. You understand what I'm saying? So I took that into consideration and I decided not to use that word in my music, in my videos. I try my best not to use the word. Still, it slips up. Still, I say it once in a while here and there, but I try my best not to do it because I want to respect the people. I want to respect other people. That word is like a lot of people say, "Oh, I grew up saying that word. I grew up," but and that's understandable, right? And like just like me, I grew up saying the word, and I don't mean no malice towards it. But at the same time, you have people that they have grandparents that were affected by that word, right? That word is a deep rooted word, right? And yes, our culture, the way we grow up, it's not like that. However, we still have to respect other people, especially when we're putting ourselves out there in the world, right? Like, there's people that feel disrespected by that. And I'm all about the respect. I don't, so I try to I'm trying my best not to use that word anymore, not to put it in my work, not to put it out there like that.
Yeah, I never use it.
Yeah.
Period. If I have to use it, I will say the N word. But if a song comes on, I'll just skip the word altogether. Because
Yeah,
I
but it's a
feel
little different between me and you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because for the simple fact, like, I'm not gonna. We grew up a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
is it safe to say that, right?
absolutely.
We grew up a little differently. I was like submerged in it. Like I was in it. Like everybody we use. Like you could tell by how I walk, how I talk, how I move my hands. It's my whole mannerisms, right? Is from that world, right? So that word came with it. You know what I mean? So it's a little different by you saying it and me saying it. But by me saying it still, we at the same token, we have to be
Yeah,
respectful.
neither one of us is black
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
that's a fact.
Is there an equivalent of that the Chinese use amongst each other?
No.
No.
I don't think anybody really I don't know if anybody else, any other like culture used a derogatory word and made it like a term of
You hear
endearment.
me?
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Right, because there's a Chinese term for whites,
yeah,
like a
this
white ghost,
white, yeah,
but buckwai or something.
yeah. That's what it means. White ghost.
White ghost, right? And I guess there was actually a white gangster that was part of the Chinese Mafia.
Yeah,
Do you know about this?
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Wasn't his name like Buckwai or something?
yeah. I mean, I don't know which one you're talking about, but I know one that was in the Ghost Shadows. His name was Bakwai. Yeah, so he was pretty big
So
too.
he was actually a ghost shadow, which was your
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the only one, or if that's the one you're
right. No,
talking about.
I read up about him after our interview. I mean, apparently he spoke like perfect Chinese
Yeah,
and everything else like that.
yeah.
Were there white people in the Chinese gangs like that? Like,
I
was
mean,
that just
it was fun. It was like you had a white person, you had like like a Mexican, a black person, but they were submerged in that culture. Like they spoke Chinese, they had mannerisms. Like they were fully submerged into the Chinese culture,
yeah?
right? So they were accepted, but they would never, you know, some of them would rise up the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a few, but it was, but there were.